Friday, December 19th, 2025. So here we go. We have a new look. We have a new angle, and I'm trying something different here. I'm going back to the days of radio style, which is not TV reporter style, looking right into the camera. So, that was my original plan with Tola Talks when I got back to go with that, but I'm not sure why I ended up with the whole looking into the camera routine. We're gonna try this. So, what do you got? What do you got? 12 more days, right, till the end of the year. That'll give you about 3 hours worth of a workout if you're doing 15 minutes. But let me tell you, let me give you a quick shout out because I had a rough day this morning. Was in a lot of pain. You guys know I'm always carrying pain. So when I went down to the gym, I kind of struggled through it. I got through 30 minutes, I would say, mostly stretching and hanging, which is always very helpful. But hey, when you're having a bad day, no worries. You do what you can. You got to keep moving forward. And by the way, I was under the weather last few days since like Monday when I did the show, and I put on 2 pounds because I thought, feed a cold, starve a fever. So I said, nah, let me put some. So I put some weight on. So hey, I got to drop 2 pounds. I'm going to drop that by Monday. That's it. So today I'm just going to have two peanut butter sandwiches. And we're going to be talking about that because today we're talking about the top 7 foods that age your brain. But peanut butter is not one of them. And like I said, I'm just boiling it down to 2 sandwiches today. But let me do this. Let me give a happy birthday. And I also wanted to see what this video looks like when I'm going live because I was really hoping on my here we go on my YouTube channel. Oh, I see it there. Okay. Yeah, I'm on the show on the YouTube channel. So if you guys want to drop some comments into this into the YouTube, I could answer them or kind of address them, but I'm looking at it now, so I finally get to watch it kind of from a live angle on YouTube. So hey, thanks for subscribing, you guys, and yeah, drop some comments. I'll answer them or at least talk about them. But here we go. Happy birthday shout out. It's a Christmas Carol. You guys know that, right? By Charles Dickens. He wrote that in 1843. It's 5 chapters only. Well, they call them staves. He called them staves. It's 182 years old today. Everybody knows that story, right? It was some movies made into it, but it recounts the story of Ebenezer Scrooge, right? He's an elderly miser who's visited by the ghost of his former business partner, Jacob Marley, and the spirits of Christmas past, Christmas present, and Christmas yet to come. I like this, right? We turn a mean old, well, what do we call him? Mean old Scrooge into a kinder, gentler man. Right, there you go. So happy birthday to A Christmas Carol. Maybe you guys are going to watch that. We are going to talk about a movie today called Dust Bunny, but not right yet. First, I want to give a shout out to well, I don't know who does this go to, but I guess law enforcement and everyone that's been involved with the Brown University, the shooter, the monster who they found who died by suicide. You guys see that? He killed 3 people. He killed a professor, it found out, and then the 2 people from the massacre. But Rhode Island, I guess he died by suicide, so a lot of questions will be unanswered. But I will say this: I know Rhode Island does not have the death penalty. So, in my opinion, it's a good thing that this man has died rather than incarcerate him and spend the money for the next 50 years. But Florida, give a shout out to Florida, executed 19 people, 19th person last night. That's the most. The most they ever had prior to that was 8. But I believe in capital punishment. So, kudos to Florida. And again, my thoughts and prayers with everyone, victims and the families at Brown. Still getting through this, guys. Hang in there. Be tough. All right, here we go. Let's give a shout out to, what about this? Oh, that was a bell I used to use when I taught yoga. But this is these 2 teams. Did you guys see this last night? I did. Oh my God. First of all, I really think the Kentucky-Wisconsin volleyball game, right? Division I ladies, that was probably arguably the best match I've seen all year. It was a battle. It was a thriller. Kentucky came out victorious. They're 30-2, that team. And let me tell you, they made it to the NCAA final, which is this Sunday. You guys check it out on the 21st, playing Texas A&M. Wow, Texas A&M. First of all, they beat Nebraska. They beat Pitt last night, University of Pittsburgh, Olivia Babcock, who's one of the best. They're now 28-4 against a team who's 30-2. Kentucky's going to be slightly favored. They did beat them during the season. But let me tell you, Texas A&M, man, talk about battle tested. Talk about that killer instinct. I mean, what a tough team. I mean, I would not be betting that game, guys. I know it says Kentucky's slightly favored, but to me, they're equal because you got a battle-tested, hard-fought Texas A&M team against Kentucky, who's arguably one of the best teams in the nation. And again, Nebraska didn't make it there, but hey, congrats and good luck to both of these teams on Sunday. Can't wait to see that game. It's going to be on ABC, so I don't have to deal with ESPN to watch that. All right. Way to go, ladies. All right. How about this? Speaking of Olivia Babcock, that's the most popular name for girls this year. For boys, it was Liam. And for girls, it was Olivia. Well, how about that? I mean, I don't have any kids of my own, but if I did, I don't think I'd go with Olivia or Liam. I got my own thoughts in there. And I do want to give a congrats shout out to the Trump administration, Department of Health and Human Services. You guys see this? Now, I did a podcast number 195. That goes back about 2 months. Talk about transgender. I have a lot of experience with it, know a lot of people. And it's now prohibiting government funding for gender affirming care for those under the age of 19. Hey, I think it should be 21, but under the age of 19. And hey, guys and ladies and gents, you know, I'm all for it. I'm all for whatever gender it is that is who you are. Hey, that's great. But prior to the age of 21, in my opinion, you got to tread lightly there. You know, why don't you become whatever it is? If, as my friend said, who's been transgender for years, said if I can go back in time, I would be a cross dresser and then live with it for a while before I do anything drastic in terms of procedures and hormone therapies, because there is a cost to pay. Hey, more on that. Go check out that episode 195. Any comments? Put it in the chat here, and we'll talk about it. But hey, those are my thoughts, and with a lot of experience, knowing a lot of people who've done it, I'd say just, hold your horses there. Wait a little bit. You got time. Where you going to go the rest of your life? All right, here we go. Let's jump right into us, right? The 7 foods that age your brain. All right. Because this I thought was interesting. As you get older, as I'm getting older here, I mean, you got to battle aches and pains every single day. The mind's not as sharp as it used to be. Everything starts to deteriorate. That's why what we said in the previous show, remember, your habits that were formed in the first part of your life or first half of your life define the second half of your life. And let me tell you, there's always a price to pay. Here we go. These 7 foods. I want to give a shout out to Epic Health here because I got this from an article that I read this morning, right? And this is a Dr. Daniel Amen. He's a double board certified psychiatrist. He said your brain uses 20% of the calories that you consume. Guess that's on a daily basis. Every bite is either helping or hurting it, without a doubt, right? It's what you put into your body. Again, your choice is, you got choices, people, what you could put into your body, right? The working out, that's, again, I think you got to add that to it to be drinking from the fountain of youth. But here we go. Number 1, we know all these, but this is good to know. Sugary foods and drinks. Okay. What I say is delete them. You guys know that I got rid of cream recently. I'm not eating the cookies, the old cookie monster that I was. But sugary foods and drinks are bad for your glucose, your attention, your focus, your learning, your memory. It's all bad. It's all bad. So delete them best you can. Number 2, artificial sweeteners. All right. This is bad for gut bacteria. It's bad for your mood. I've never used artificial sweeteners, so that's never been a thing of mine. But again, if you could delete them, delete them. Number 3 is refined carbohydrates. Now, we're not talking about the good carbs like whole grains and vegetables, which I eat every day, but we're talking about cereal, right? The crackers, the white bread. Get rid of it. Guys, it's really simple. Delete these from the equation. That's the goal here. Number 4 is one you guys know I deleted 18 years back, was alcohol. Hey, to me, I put alcohol in the poison category. It's like arsenic, would never do it, right? We know that. We know all of the bad attributes of alcohol. We're not going to kind of rattle them off now, but you know all that. So you guys know what to do there. Number 5 is margarine and processed vegetable oil. I don't do the processed vegetable oil. I try not to do any of that because none of that's really good. It's linked to dementia, Alzheimer's disease, and memory decline, which is your cognitive decay, is what we're calling that. Your cognitive decay, guys. No doubt, when you get older, man, it's not the same. It's not that sharpness. The body, nothing is as sharp as it when you're younger. And when you're younger, you think, yeah, you're never going to get old. Well, guess what? You do. All right, how about this? What was that? We did 5. Number 6 is high sodium foods. Hey, that's the one I talked about in my memoir, right? Whenever I go to buy canned food, get the one with the no sodium added. Always, always. I do buy the canned vegetables. Peas especially is my favorite. I'm making well, not today, right? Today I'm got to cut back, but linguine and peas, sweet peas, low sodium because it damages your blood vessels in your brain. High sodium's not good. So again, always look on the back of the package. I mean, anything over 300 is high, guys. So keep it low. And number 7, processed red meat. Yeah, everybody knows that. You got bacon, sausages, hot dogs. That's not good. That's not good for you. I get the turkey dogs. I put them with the beans, the low sodium beans. I do that once or twice a week, but I'd stay away from the hot dogs if I can. And it says that, they contain the saturated fats, all this stuff. It's bad for your brain cells. So here we go. The top 7 foods that age your brain: sugar, artificial sweeteners, refined carbohydrates, alcohol, margarine, processed vegetable oil, high sodium foods, and processed red meat. There you go. Keep the mind young, keep the mind sharp. And let's jump right into this because I saw this movie. I went to see Dust Bunny. You guys know I love movies, and I'm going to tell you, Dust Bunny. It stars Mads Mikkelsen. Let me say that again. You guys see this? All right, here we go. I'll tell you what it says on Wikipedia. I was checking it out. It says Dust Bunny, Mads Mikkelsen, Sophia Sloan. She's adorable. Got Sigourney Weaver in there, a few others. But it's an action thriller film. I guess it's a horror film. Directed by Brian Fuller. It's his first feature debut, right? Directorial debut. So it follows a hitman, that's Mads, who's approached by an 8-year-old girl, that's Sophia, to kill the monster under her bed that she claims ate her family. And, it's interesting because it is a real dust bunny. It's pretty ferocious and scary. He suspects Mads. So she basically takes on. You guys ever see The Professional? Which is it's one of my favorite movies, man. Professional was just a tremendous movie. It kind of is a play off of that in a way, because you got this professional hitman lives down the hall from the girl. She follows him, but she chooses him, which is kind of cool. It's 8-year-old Aurora's her name. She chooses him to be her parents because they're just step parents or foster parents. So she has this, there's a few different versions of foster parents we learn with her that don't quite make it. And it could be something that she manifests, but long story short, Dust Bunny, what's the, let me look at this here, 84%. Wow, on the the tomato meter, right? I don't know if I'd give it 84% personally. So this is a movie that, was it entertaining? Yes, it was entertaining. Scary? Kind of scary. Is it like a kid's horror movie? I'm not sure about that. I'll tell you. I would say wait for this movie to come on, whether it's DVD or Netflix or wherever it's going to come to. I wouldn't run out and see this. IMDb give it a 7.1 out of 10. Action drama. Again, I don't know. Again, I wouldn't see it again. I wouldn't see it twice. On a scale of 4 to 5, what would I on a scale of 5, let's start doing that. Scale of 5, I'd give it a 3, 3.5. Again, nothing that's going to be winning any awards, but hey, if you want to go see a movie, you have kids, not too scary, there you go. All right, guys, that's it for today. Again, I want to try this out, kind of going in this direction. If I were to be interviewing, it'd be in this direction. I could see I got the computer here. Nobody else is chiming in on Tola Talks on YouTube. But hey, thanks for tuning in. Got to get your workout in. Do those 15 minutes a day. You got a couple hours left, right, in this year. And go watch that game on Sunday. It's going to be awesome. Looking forward to it. All right, so get your workout in. Have a great day. Peace.